Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the SH Figuarts Star Wars Rogue One movie Stormtrooper figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs.
Pretty standard packaging for the SHF Star Wars figures. And there's a look at the other flap. And taking a look at the Rogue One Stormtrooper out of the package. I'm pretty happy with this figure, man. I think this figure actually came out really nice. I mean, it's the basic design that we would expect for a Stormtrooper, but I think Figuarts really knocked it out of the park with this one. There is some distinction between a Rogue One Stormtrooper and any of the other movies according to SHF, because they've released one of these Stormtrooper figures before, and although I don't own one of those figures, I do know that this newer version is a little more extensive. They went and did a couple of different things and gave this one a little more articulation. I believe the look of the helmet might be slightly different as well. Correct me in the comments if you know, but I think they did a pretty damn good job with this guy here. So let's look at his accessories. So straight out the package, you get a set of fisted hands, and then you get a set of semi-open hands, and these were not the easiest to pop on. The fisted hands were pretty hard to pull off, and then these were hard to pop on, so you might want to actually run these under a little hot water before you try to apply them. And you also get a set of trigger fingers or pointing fingers. These were a little easier to swap on. Maybe things are just loosening up as I swap out the different hands. And then he comes with the standard blaster. Nothing really crazy here in terms of paint. It's literally just all black, no real details or anything like that. But I mean, I guess that's pretty much how it looks in the movie, and he can hold that with no problem. It looks good. And he also comes with this larger rifle. Again, just all black, no real details on it, anything like that. I mean, the paint still does look very good. As always, I'll need help from the Council of Nerds in the comments. Let me know what the accurate name for this blaster is and the previous one. But this is very large. I think this might be a little oversized. I'm thinking about the Black Series Stormtrooper and this rifle with that figure, and I don't feel like it was that much. I don't feel like it was that large. I don't know. Lastly, he comes with this rifle, which I guess you can categorize as a sniper rifle. Again, let me know in the comments what the accurate name is. And the stand is actually retractable, so you can get them down in a nice sniper position. This can actually be removed from here too, and it rotates. So that's pretty cool. Pretty nice range of motion on this guy, aside from how the head and neck work. It's not the best. It will look up and down just that much. Turn left and right, could do a full 360. It'll pivot, but not the greatest range as far as up and down. The shoulder, this is something that they've been doing with mostly all the troopers, where this is the shoulder pad is on a hinge, and it'll kind of rotate on that hinge. It won't hinder the shoulder articulation in any way. You get a butterfly joint on the shoulder. You can do a full 360. You get rotation here at the upper bicep. You get a double jointed elbow. It's just a little bit over 90 degrees. I don't know if I would categorize it as double jointed though. And you do get some rotation here at the forearm. You get a hinge and a swivel on the wrist. Same thing on both sides as far as the arms. You do get a really nice range of motion as far as the upper torso. You can go back pretty far, can go forward far, can turn left or right at the upper torso, can turn left or right at the lower abdomen. Pretty unique thing that they did here with these two ball pegs here at the pelvis. The rotation for the thigh is right below this little ball peg, and the legs will go up pretty far. This is a soft pliable material here, so it won't hinder the legs in any way. You can really get him into some dynamic poses when he's getting knocked around or blown up or whatever the case may be. Double jointed knee. You do get a hinge on the foot. Won't hinge back as far, but it will hinge forward. You get a toe joint, and you get a good ankle pivot on the foot. So a really nice range of motion on this guy. Couple quick size comparisons. You can see the SHF Tank Trooper on the left and the Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper on the right. So you can see how that differs from the SHF version here. helmets are slightly different. The look of the armor, as far as the shine to it, is different. The SHF version has more of a, just a tad bit more gloss, and the Star Wars Black Series version is a little flat. I definitely think the SHF version looks better, but I'm still okay with the Star Wars Black Series Stormtroopers. And there he is next to a 7-inch scale figure, the NECA Leatherface on the left, and the female Marvel Legends figure, the Miss Marvel Kamala Khan figure there on the right. So I'm definitely a sucker for army building, you know, but at this price point, it's not really economically sound to try to build a huge army at $50 each. I've actually almost probably like 5 or 6 troopers away from 50 Stormtroopers with Star Wars Black Series, and I think that's one thing that the Black Series has done right, is their Stormtroopers. They had the double jointed elbows, knees, and since then they've kind of declined as far as how they're putting out their troopers, or the amount of articulation on their troopers. So oftentimes that's why I opt for the more expensive option, and you know, and I'm okay with that for now. Definitely not going to go crazy and try to get 50 SHF Stormtroopers, but I really do like the way this figure came out, and I would recommend that you get at least 2. Hopefully SHF will redo Darth Vader at some point, and if that's the case, you definitely need at least 2 Stormtroopers. Alright, until next time. Peace.
That's crispy.